Tony, your line is now live.
How are you, Mean Green Fighting Machine?
Hey, I'm good, Tony.
Good, good. It's often said that you learn more in defeat than in victory. Do you agree with that? And if so, what did you learn from your last fight?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I definitely believe in that. What I learned my last fight is, you know, Stotts had a lot of good, obviously good grappling, good control too. So he really, was able to pick my game apart a little bit here and there. So I learned a lot from that. I actually learned some of the stuff he was doing that you guys will probably see this fight too. That I'm gonna bring with me now to the table. And also too, like really, it was this. I'm getting older now, so I can't just all of a sudden start training, like I took 2 months off before that fight doing nothing, and then I got that call 4 weeks before, which is really 3 weeks. And to take that fight. And of course I'm going to take the fight, especially when I was told I wasn't going to fight for like a year. So getting back in shape, that was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. And then going in that fight, it was, I definitely was not in any shape to go, but I made it almost almost the full round, all 3 rounds. And so with my performance, I was actually a little good with it.
Thank you.
Gavin?
Hello. So I understand that you're coming off your first professional loss to submission back in mid 2020. Has this affected your mindset in any way, or are you not phased by it and you're just ready to jump back into the win column?
So I wasn't, I mean, obviously, I hate losing, obviously, but I don't think I was too affected about it besides, making sure I'm training and making sure I have a full fight camp, like I said before, it was only, 4 weeks, but really only 3 weeks of actually training and stuff. Cause we stay here for a week. And so with me, like how I look at it is I saw Stotts at his best because he was able to train the whole time and not take any days off. Myself, I couldn't train. So he saw me at my worst. I saw him at his best. So hopefully one day I'll get that rematch as long as we both keep winning and, and get that loss off my record.
Dylan, go ahead.
Hey there, Cass. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good.
And it seemed like you'd seen the initial Bellator rankings list per my post there in the Bellator MMA News Facebook group there. I'm kind of wondering what your thoughts were on your placement in the hierarchy and just facing a guy who's ranked at number 10 here in the fight coming up.
So I'm actually like really stoked because we all know I did lose my last fight, in Bellator. And so to still be in or to be in the ranked in the top 10, I was stoked. I was super happy. I was like, what? This is awesome. And it's cool because it gives me a goal, gives me goals. Like now I have a goal of what I want and what I need to do, to get down there, chip away at these fighters that are ranked higher than me and then, and take them out. I am fighting a guy who is ranked number 10. It's cool to see that he's also in the ranked division, that I get to fight another rank opponent. So I'm actually pretty stoked about it. And, I can't wait till, Friday night, April 9th.
Yeah, thanks for the time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brady?
Hey, Cass.
Hey.
Have you paid any attention to the odds coming into this fight? And do you feel that you should be an underdog despite all of your experience in the Bellator cage?
So let's see. I haven't really seen the odds. I've seen the odds on like Tapology, and they actually had my opponent winning, ahead. But that's how it always is in pretty much all my fights that I've seen, at least on Tapology. And I actually like it. I love being the underdog. If I am the underdog, I just love that challenge. Yeah, I mean, I've always been the underdog pretty much my whole life, fighting in the game because we never really took any easy fights, even when I was amateurs. So I'm looking forward to it.
Abraham?
Hey, Cass, you mentioned in your last fight you didn't get to train the way you wanted to going into that contest. But for this fight, how has the training been and how has the training camp treated you?
Oh, it's been awesome. I'm back on a real training camp now. Obviously we still have COVID stuff, so we're still wearing masks and stuff like that. But this time, no days off and was able to train, for the full 2 months, really get back in shape. I feel great. I feel fast, feel quick. I was able to lift weights too. Last fight camp, there was no weightlifting. It was just trying to get my cardio on point. So it was just a lot of running And then, like I said, I've never took 2 months off in my whole entire life before of training and fighting. I've took like 2 weeks off, but never 2 months. And as the older I get, I'm realizing I'm not young anymore. I have to, be in the gym nonstop. I have to, just do everything a little wiser now. And yeah, so I'm stoked for this fight camp. I had, a lot of my teammates there, not everybody, but I had most of my teammates there. So that's what's a lot different than last time. Last time it was just my head coach and my teammate Tyson Miller, and you realize those are big guys, so it's a little different, but they're tough. And so, but it's nice having more of my size guys there. They have a lot smaller, my guys have a lot smaller necks and all that good stuff. So this fight camp, I feel great, and I'm on weight, or, I'm getting my weight down, feels good. I've been eating, I'm doing a whole new kind of weight cut program, and I feel good. So I can't wait.
Steven?
Yeah, Steven from MMA Fighting. Since we last spoke, have you stopped any more crimes or saved any more people?
So there's been some close calls, but yeah, everything's been good so far. I haven't had to, save anybody, or my girl hasn't had to help anybody out yet. I mean, good. I mean, it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not sure, but I guess an hour before our flight got delayed. It's coming into the event, and then there was a big accident on the highway, and it kind of happened, I guess, within the hour of when we were, when we would have probably been there on that road. So who knows what would happen? Either maybe we would have been in that accident, it was a huge accident, or maybe I would have got there right before and been able to at least try to help, someone, in that accident or something. But there's been some close calls. I know. I might have already told you this, but the couple days after that, I was walking to the gym because it's right down the street from my house, and there was this car speeding, and this big truck, huge work truck, big old dump truck, was pulling out on the opposite side, and this car had a slam on its brake, and I'm just trying to get to, to go coach the kids and stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to be late if I have to go help someone now. And they had to slam on the brakes, swerve, and they came like a foot away from hitting this big truck. And I was like, don't hit it, please don't hit it. And luckily nothing happened, but there's been some close calls.
All right, good man. Head on a swivel.
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
Maria?
Hi, Cass. Maria with the Throwing Bows podcast. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing, Maria?
All right. Thank you so much for asking. So it appears, you've stated a couple of times that you felt really good in this camp. You had a really strong camp, but was there anything in particular in Lugo's skill set that you felt yourself really focusing on to prepare for this fight?
Yeah, so he has a lot of good skills, he's good at controlling, especially on the fence and stuff, for his takedowns. He likes to, he likes to switch stances from orthodox to southpaw and stuff. And he has some, good, decent hands. So, I had to we focus on a lot of what he's good at that's what we focus on. And then also what we focus on too is what he's weak at, what we see holes in his games and stuff like that. But yeah, so definitely know how to work on, defense for getting taken down, because he loves to keep it standing, it looks like. And then also he loves to, get you on the fence and try to, break you down and get you down and try to control you.
Awesome. And if you're able to pull out the victory this weekend, who would you like to see next in the rankings? Somebody had to ask it, so might as well be me.
I was waiting for that. So, I mean, I'll fight any of them in the top 10. I'm down for that. I'm super excited. There is a, ranking division. So who I really want to fight. I mean, I definitely want my rematch with Stotts, but I want like 2 more fights before I do that. Just to get my game back and just get everything, I have a lot of work to do, And so, so my next guy, I would love to fight James Gallagher. I don't think I don't think he's on my level, or I think it's going to be a good fight too at the same time. Just depends on where we keep it. On the ground, he's a good ground guy, but standing, I think, he can't stand up with me. So, I want to go for James, but there's a big list for Gallagher. Everybody wants to fight Gallagher. So who knows if that's going to happen.
All right, Cass. Thanks for the time and good luck on Friday.
Awesome.